I'll continue to expand on the 47th verse of Bhagavad Gita in 2nd chapter. This is the essence of life. See, all the world philosophies can be divided into two. One, death-based, pushing you quickly towards death and showing you the way of liberation. Another one, life-based, pushing you intensely towards life and liberating you while you are in the body. All the death-based philosophies, there is a lot of chance of missing the truth, missing that experience, missing it. But with life-based, the possibility for missing does not exist. Let us get the truth of life-based philosophy. This one verse teaches you all the sacred secrets for success in physical health, mental health, creating wealth, becoming a successful leader, or spiritual enlightenment. Only Bhagavan can do this kind of job. In one verse, he is able to bring all success to all people. Let's listen to the sutra.
Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalaheturbhuhu ma te sangostva karmani yogasthak kuru karmani sangatyaktva dhananjaya.
How great it looks to hear. See, a monastery is a place where the smell of the cow dung, sound of the stone carving, and the sound of the Vedic chanting, all these auspicious things should be continuously be kept alive. Karmanye vadikaraste mabaleshu katachanaha ma karma balahe durbuhu mate sangostva karmani. See, when I chant these sounds, I am seeing very clearly, because I am sitting in yogasana with the yoga pattaya, I am seeing very clearly how many parts of the body that muscles get activated. Especially when you work out, morning when you go for a running or when you are doing heavy weightlifting, if you chant these verses, it will spread so much of energy and strength inside your body. Karmanye vadikaraste mabaleshu katachanaha ma karma palahe durbuhu mate sangostva karmani. You have a right only to work, but never to the outcome. Your jurisdiction is merely the execution, which is at one time or another measured by the reward. Please understand. It may be measured by the reward, but let your action not happen by the reward. Let the inspiration for you not be based on the reward. That's a big problem. That is where the problem comes. Bhagavan is not saying, don't receive the reward. No. He is not saying, don't receive the reward. He is saying, let that not be the source of inspiration for you. Karmanye vadikaraste mabaleshu katachanaha. Your jurisdiction is merely in the execution, which is an one time or another measured by the reward. Let the ground for the source of your action, let not the ground for the source of your action be the reward. Let the ground for the source of your action be you are fighting with non-performance. Nobody before, nobody during, nobody after Krishna can put the essence of the whole life in one verse. Every time when I read this verse or recite this verse, new sacred secrets are revealed. Let me enter into the next level of the sacred secret. Karma. Now I am interpreting this word as action which has not reached perfection. Please understand. Action which has not reached perfection. When the action reaches the perfection, it liberates you. It disappears from the cosmic ocean. Please understand. Action is like a ripple effect. When it reaches the boundary, it disappears. Any ripple effect, when it reaches the boundary, it disappears. Karma is the action which has not reached its extreme, which has not seen the end, which has not seen the perfection. The moment karma sees the perfection, action reaches its perfection, action sees the end, it experiences the extreme. Suddenly, please understand, suddenly it disappears. For example, you throw a stone in a pond. The ripple effect is created. The moment it reaches the end, the moment it reaches the bank, the moment it reaches the perfection, the ripple effect disappears. Now the pond swallows the stone and the ripple effect created by the stone. Done. Same way, when an engram is thrown on you, what is created is karma. When that reaches its perfection, its extreme end, karma is liberated from you, you are liberated from karma. That is why in all our programs, I emphasize so much on completion. Karma is an unfulfilled action, unfulfilled engram. For example, you have some strong anger, hiding anger about your parents, about your sister, about your family members. That's a karma. Now, unless you complete it, unless you make it perfect, complete, you will not be relieved from it. At some situation, very difficult situation, that engram will come up and it will be so strong, knowingly you will put yourself in a big mess. Understand? Knowingly you will put yourself in big mess. It is not that all the time people put themselves in a big mess unknowingly. No. Knowingly you put yourself in a big mess. Karmanye vadikaraste ma baleshu gatachanaha ma karma balahe durbuhu mate sangostva karmani. Uncompleted, incomplete karmas, when they are sitting in you, they will be so wild, so strong. They will find some justification. Usually they find the justification of comparison. Why? Why should I alone be non-violent? He is also violent. Let me be also violent. Only then I can protect myself. Understand? By all your justification, you may try to be violent. That is not going to protect you. He will also be in a soup. You will also be in a soup. That's all. Both of you can swim in the same soup. That is not going to solve your problem. He will also be in a chaos because he is violent. You will also be in a chaos because you are violent. Understand? Minus, plus, minus, plus, minus is not plus in the cosmic law. Only in mathematics, minus plus minus is plus. No, in the cosmic law, it does not apply. Minus into minus is not plus. In cosmic law, minus, minus, minus. Understand? Just because he does bad karma, your bad karma is not justified. Then you come up with something, practicality. What is practicality? No, in this plane, this is only possible. Then suffer that plane sufferings. I have seen many people, no, what you are talking is great, Swamiji, but it's a spiritual plane. People are in normal plane, so I have to work in the normal plane. Then you have to have the sufferings of the normal plane also. Then you have to go through all the problems and sufferings of the normal plane. When the disease, problems, sufferings of the normal plane comes, then you suddenly say, oh, my whole life I listened to your teachings, I lived you as you showed, and I prayed to you, what is this, Swamiji, where am I? Oh God. All that time, you had one big weapon called being practical, or this plane as a protection from my teachings. That's the right word I will use. Now there's a new paint, commercials are going. If you paint it on the wall, no water will penetrate the wall. They show it, they take a small hand mesh and put that paint all around and pour water, and water does not seep. Water does not go through the mesh, and the fish can stay in that. Same way, you have put a special paint coat on you so that my teachings cannot enter into you. See, with these great verses, the only trouble is when you are supposed to live it, apply it, you say, for practical purposes, I think I can bend this much. It's okay. If you are bending for practical purpose means what? This plane of existence. Then suffer all the sufferings of this plane of existence. Be very clear. Karma is actions which have not yet become perfect in you. When you complete them, you are also liberated from that samskara engram. The engrams are also liberated from you. Understand? All bondages are always for both. Liberations are always for both. If it is a bondage, it is for both. If it's a liberation, it's for both. If you are bound by the karma, karma is also bound by you. If you are liberated from karma, karma is also liberated from you. That is why I am saying, every action, completion of the action is really directly helpful for you, will directly liberate you, will directly lead you to the higher existence. Karmanye vadikaraste mapaleshu katachanaha. I feel like every letter of this verse should be engraved in gold. If you have the habit of keeping book of art and you want the essence of everything, I will really recommend tattoo this verse on your hand so that every moment you can see, hey, this is what my life is. Complete every action, you take it up just for completing, because it is there, you have to complete. That's all. Don't bother about the rewards. Don't bother about the results. Don't bother about anything else. Complete just for completing. Let me enter into the questions.
The first question, Dear Swamiji, if I create something out of love for it, like a work of art, and it also brings me money and praise, can this be considered as action for gain?
Dear Swamiji, if I create something out of love for it, like work of art, and it also brings me money and praise, can this be considered as action for gain? No. Don't worry. You are creating out of love for it. See, even if it brings money, noble praise for you, it is not considered as action for gain, because When you created, your source of inspiration was just love for it. If your source of inspiration is just love for it, then it is not karma. Don't worry about it. Don't even bother about it. Understand? What is source of your inspiration for running your life? That's all. Only you know that. Find out whether it is money or love for the action. When you say it is love for the action, perfect. Yogaha karmasu kauchalam. Yoga is perfection in action. The perfection in action happens only when the love for the action becomes your inspiration. Understand? Yogaha karmasu kaushalam. Your love for the action brings perfection in action. Otherwise, you will be in inaction. So if it is just a love for your action, it's perfect. Nothing wrong.
The next question. Dear Swamiji, if I have a goal of achieving the highest possible expression of this birth, wouldn't I align all my actions towards the goal? So isn't that again that these actions are done for the fruit of the action?
You need to know highest possible expression of your birth cannot be achieved by you keeping that as a goal or doing any action for it. Any action done for that is too small. It's like you go around and work hard and beg from house to house, house to house to become a multi-billionaire. Is it possible? No. You say, no, I keep multi-billionaire as a goal. I am going from house to house, house to house, house to house and begging 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent. See, the goal is such. If you keep the highest possible expression of this birth as a goal, with that goal, all your actions have become useless, immaterial. So your actions will not have any say over the goal. You will lose the very clear logical connection. Your action brings the result automatically. Automatically the karma bala sangha will be broken. The connection between the action and the result of the action will be broken. Understand? Action and the result of the action. When it is broken in your mind, naturally whatever you do is karma yoga. So keeping the highest possible expression in this birth as a goal is not really a goal. And moreover, that is not even a defined goal. What do you know? Highest possible expression of this birth. Come on, tell me. What do you know? Nothing. It is just one more word you learned from my satsang at some day. Maybe that day you were really awake, did not sleep, so you picked up this word. That's all. It means nothing more for you. So at least hold on to this word, which is nothing, naturally makes you experience the beauty of beyond purposes, beauty of purposelessness.
The next question. Dear Swamiji, you had mentioned that thought plus attachment equals engram. Can I get rid of an attachment? Can I get rid of attachment to an engram just by being conscious of it?
Dear Swamiji, you had mentioned that thought plus attachment is equivalent to engram. Can I get rid of attachment to an engram just by being conscious of it? Please understand, what do you mean being conscious? When you are conscious, either attachment loses its power over the thought or thought loses its power over the attachment. So thought plus attachment, that equation does not happen. So naturally you are rid of engram. Understand? When you are conscious, thought will lose its power over you. It will be very vague or very light, superficial. Or the attachment will be burnt. It will just be burnt. That is why I am saying consciousness means thought plus attachment. That equation will not happen. Thought plus attachment only becomes engram. But with consciousness, either thought will disappear, only attachment will be there, or attachment will disappear, only thought will be there. So the final result engram will not happen. You will be free from it.
The next question, Swamiji, when Yudhishthira acted according to Krishna's instructions and uttered a lie, how come he was still affected by the consequences of his action?
Yes, this is a very interesting question. Swamiji, when Yudhishthira acted according to Krishna's instruction and uttered a lie, how come he was still affected by the consequences of his action? Let us analyze thoroughly. First, Yudhishthira himself was greedy of the throne. If he was really not interested in the throne, he could have very clearly said, no war, let's go back to the forest. No. He may be dharmic guy, but not enlightened. So all the flaws of the dharma was there in him. He himself had a desire for kingdom. Please understand, the man who instructed to utter a lie, who has conspired the whole scene, Krishna, he did not get affected by it. He did not get affected by it because he was not aiming for the end of the result, the throne. He was not working for his throne. After the war, he did not say, come on, let me sit on the throne, do Pattabhisheka for me. No, he had his kingdom. He did not wage war for his kingdom. He waged it for the sake of his disciples, devotees, Arjuna and Yudhishthira. So understand, this verse is the literal, visual depiction of the truth described in Bhagavad Gita. In this verse, this story is the literal visual depiction. See, Krishna was really not expecting the result of the actions. He was doing it just as is fighting with inaction. He was against non-doing. He was against laziness. He goes on and on and on doing, working. Even if Yudhishthira says, no, I won't tell, I will not do this. If he has stood strong, if he has put his foot down, Krishna would have managed some other way. He would have done something else. It is not that Yudhishthira is needed for Krishna's performance in action. There are millions of other things Krishna did without the help of Yudhishthira. Why? He killed Bhishma. He did not take the help of Yudhishthira. He killed Karna. He did not take the help of Yudhishthira. You know, killing Karna was a long planned conspiracy because Karna had his Kavacha Kundala and a very powerful Nagastra. So before itself he plans. Long before the war, Krishna was planning. First, Krishna sends Indra to Karna and takes the boon, give me your Kavacha Kundala. That poor guy has to cut his shield and the Kundala and hand over to Indra. First conspiracy. The second, he sends Kundi, telling, he is your son, go and cry. Finally, when he has melted, in that moment, take the boon. You will not send the Nagastra second time. What a plan, you see. then finally, with all this also, Karna is not dying. All his merits are standing and protecting him. The arrows which Arjuna is sending is going and falling only as garlands on him. Then he goes down as a Brahmana beggar and says, come on, give me all your punyas to me, all your merit, the results of the good deed to me. He is begging. He did not take the help of Yudhishthira. If Yudhishthira has put his foot down saying, no, I will not do, then he knows how to do. He would have found some other method. He would have found some other method. Why? He can go to the level of begging. He can go to that level, he would have managed. So understand, Yudhishthira is responsible for what he did because he had a strong greed for throne. He also had a strong greed. He was waiting for some suggestion. Krishna only gave the counseling for which Yudhishthira was waiting. And I tell you, even from the other side, even if it is greed, that coming down has really taught Yudhishthira the both sides of actions and inactions. I tell you, if Yudhishthira has not come down, if Yudhishthira's chariot has not come down from the sky to the ground, he wouldn't have become enlightened. To be enlightened, you can't be in heaven. You have to be in ground. Yudhishthira was enjoying the heavenly pleasures in the planet. Till he is in the heaven, the punya of merits of the heaven is there. Even Yudhishthira couldn't have become enlightened. See, Karna could not become enlightened because all his merits were standing and protecting him. That's why Krishna goes and takes away all the merits so that he is liberated. By begging from Karna, Krishna liberates Karna. By making Yudhishthira tell a lie, Krishna liberates Yudhishthira. Understand? First thing, I will not say Yudhishthira is completely innocent. Second thing, even in his greed, because he listened to Bhagavan, it is Bhagavan's instruction, he only finally got liberated. If he has not come down, if his chariot has not touched the ground by this action, he would not have become enlightened. He would have lived in heaven on the planet. But heaven is not ultimate. So at one point, even your good karmas need to be taken away from you. You need to be liberated even from your good karmas. So, in any way you understand and analyze, Krishna's instructions were right and the consequences are also right if you look at the ultimate purpose of life. Even when you are caught in greed, let you be instructed by Krishna. So that is the best way to get instruction. Even if you get a punishment for the instructions you received from Krishna, by obeying it, that is the best punishment you can get in your life. That's the best thing can happen to you in your life. Don't bother. Go ahead and do what Krishna says, even if it is uttering a lie or the consequences of actions are affecting you in a small way.
The next question, dear Swamiji, Krishna knows how Arjuna is, what he is thinking, how he will react. He can take Arjuna out of his depression in a moment if he wants. Yet, Krishna lets Arjuna continue to be confused and fearful. Why?
Dear Swamiji, Krishna knows how Arjuna is, what he is thinking, how he will react, He can take Arjuna out of depression in a moment if he wants. Yet Krishna lets Arjuna continue to be confused and fearful. Why? I can read this question in this way. Swamiji, you know how I am, what I am thinking, how I will react. You can take me out of depression in a moment if you want. Yet why are you letting me continue to be in confusion and fear? Now everybody feels the question is from me. Understand? First thing, to get you out of depression, I need your cooperation. I can only go on suggesting the words which you understand and try to take you to the space of wordlessness. Please understand, I cannot directly lift you from the words to the wordlessness. Krishna cannot directly lift Arjuna from words. What is confusion and fear? Words. He cannot lift. It's like Arjuna is struggling in the water and asking for help. Krishna is in the boat. Directly, Krishna cannot make Arjuna jump, fly and land in the boat. Either he has to put a rope which Arjuna has to hold and Krishna will pull, or Krishna has to stretch his hand. So Arjuna can hold and Krishna can just lift and bring him to the boat. Understand? The rope is the words I am uttering, the teachings. Hand is the energy I am giving. You need to hold to someone, either to the rope or to the hand, either to the teaching or to the energy. If you say, no, I will not hold anything you drop, but you get me to boat. It is not possible. Understand the practical side, it is not possible. So it's unfortunate when I put my hand, you hold, I immediately lift, means the energy. I can put my energy and if you hold that energy, I can immediately lift you to the boat. This process is such a personal, individual process. In this, you will not be able to record any cause and result. For example, for A, I give my hand and that person holds my hand. Through energy, I just bring that person to the boat. The B sees. B cannot see the cause and action, cause and result, because it's the energy process. B feels what? I don't see anything. Just suddenly this fellow jumped and sat in the boat. When it happened to him, why not me? Understand, whether it is a teaching or energy, there is some clear process happened. Just like that, it is not possible. Either hold on to my teachings by everyday satsang, or hold on to my energy by continuously meditating. These are the only ways. Please understand, even Bhagavan cannot bring Arjuna out of depression without proper words or initiation. Teachings or initiation. In these two, anyone has to happen. With initiation, you don't see outer cause and result, action and result. Because of that, you think just out of nothing, the disciple was brought out of the problem. No, even in initiation, there was an action like teaching and following. So please understand, let me make it very clear now. Krishna knows how Arjuna is, what he is thinking, how he will react, but He cannot take Arjuna out of his depression in a moment if Arjuna does not want. He can take Arjuna out of his depression in a moment if Arjuna wants, if Arjuna also wants. So, Krishna is not letting Arjuna to be confused and fearful, because Arjuna is not still interested in getting out of confusion. So be very clear, Arjuna is also responsible. I can get you out of depression in a moment if you also want, not if you don't want. Let me be very clear.
The next question, Swamiji, how to catch whether our actions are leading to karma or not? I feel I have vengeance towards some people in my life. How to complete my actions so that I can come out of it? Please help me, Swamiji.
I always emphasize on this completion in all our programs. You see, with whoever you have vengeance in your life, go and sit with them or talk to them. Open up and tell them the reason for why you are carrying vengeance, how you can heal it. Either ask them, why did you do what did you do? Or you explain from your side why you did what you did. Opening up, talking it out can heal much. Even after opening up, talking it out, if it is not getting healed, then meditation can help. Then the meditation process can help. Do not allow the vengeance to stay in your system. Please understand, do not allow the vengeance to continue in your system. It is cancerous and dangerous. Cancerous and dangerous. I'll sincerely recommend people, at least our followers, our devotees, our meditators, our disciples, satsangis, samajis, don't allow even a bit of vengeance in your system. Complete it, either by meditation or by completion or attending some of our programs in which you go through this process. Either you can attend N relationships or N leadership. These programs are basically to teach you completion, to teach you the fulfillment. So, do not allow vengeance to continue to be part of your system. Keep this as a basic truth.
Nithyanandam, thank you for watching, and if you found the video enlightening,
please give it a like, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to stay connected with us.
don't forget to click the bell icon to receive the notifications.